Kids Storytime Tales.
The Night Ethan Saved Christmas. Ethan Bennett loved two things most: drawing superheroes and eating chocolate chip cookies. Ethan made Santa a red cape with silver stars and a big green S. On Christmas Eve, Ethan set out the cape, milk, cookies, and a note.
These are for Santa.
Dear Santa, I made this cape for you. Even heroes need capes. Love, Ethan. He tried to sleep, but it was impossible when you're listening for reindeer. Just after midnight, a soft thump echoed from the living room. Ethan crept down the hall. When he peeked around the corner, he froze. Santa stood there, but he looked worried. The cookies were missing. A tiny elf-like creature no bigger than a squirrel stood on the table. It wore a jacket made of pine needles and tiny frost-speckled glasses. A nibbin elf, a creature known for snacking on cookies faster than you can shout, "Hey!"
Is that Santa?
Ethan, maker of marvelous capes. Oh dear, it looks like someone didn't leave much for Santa this year, did they? The sleigh needs those cookies. It runs on kindness and crumbs.
Are you truly hungry, or do you just like munching?
Brilliant solution!
While the elf munched pretzels, Ethan hurried to the kitchen and baked a fresh batch of warm, chocolatey cookies, his grandma's recipe, full of love and way too many chocolate chips.
Oh, perfect! Christmas is saved!
Then Ethan handed Santa the cape, and Santa swung it over his shoulders. It sparkled. Then, whoomph! Santa floated an inch off the floor.
Oh, magnificent!
Before leaving, Santa reached into his bag and pulled out a small, shimmering box.
For you, Ethan, a gift for a true hero.
Inside was a glowing story lantern, a tiny lantern that lit up with swirling golden shapes.
It shows new stories each time you open it, and when you feel afraid, it will shine a story for you.
When he watched carefully, the swirling lights formed little animated stories.
Thank you, Santa.
And thank you, Ethan. Tonight, you brought the magic back.
And then, it was time for Santa and Nibbin to leave.
Goodbye, Ethan.
Goodbye.
In the morning, Ethan found the lantern glowing softly on his nightstand. Next to a tiny pair of frost-speckled glasses was a note. Dear Ethan, may your stories always shine bright. Santa and the Nibbin Elf. And Ethan knew he'd remember this Christmas forever. If you liked this story, then please like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for more heartwarming stories for kids. The Winter Holidays Surprise. Grandma Elsie lived all alone in a tiny stone cottage at the end of Willow Lane. Though she always kept the windows glowing and the kettle warm, her days were often much too quiet. She missed the sound of little feet racing across her wooden floors. She missed voices, even the noisy ones. Most of all, she missed giggles. One snowy morning, she wrapped a shawl around her shoulders and stared out the frosty window. "I wish I could hear laughter again," she whispered to her teapot. What Grandma didn't know was that far across town, her grandchildren Mia, Teddy, and baby Rosie were hatching a wonderful plan. "Let's surprise Grandma," Mia said, zipping up her coat. "We'll make her the happiest grandma ever," Teddy added, bouncing with excitement. Baby Rosie clapped, which meant she agreed completely. Their parents packed a basket of treats, bundled everyone into the car, and set off down Willow Lane, snow crunching beneath the tires. Grandma Elsie heard the knock and nearly dropped her knitting. Who could that be in this weather? When she opened the door, 3 little voices shouted together, "Surprise, Grandma!" Grandma gasped, her cheeks warming instantly. "Oh, my stars! You came all this way for me?" She gathered them into the biggest, softest grandmotherly hug, the kind that felt like being wrapped in sunshine. A day of delicious joy. Inside, her cozy cottage came alive. Grandma hurried to the kitchen, her excitement bubbling like soup on the stove. "Sit down, my loves. Grandma will make all your favorites." Soon, the table filled with golden biscuits, creamy stew, and apple turnovers warm enough to melt snow. The house smelled like cinnamon and comfort. After lunch, they bundled up and played in the snow outside. They built a snowman wearing one of Grandpa's old scarves, and Grandma laughed so hard her eyes sparkled like the icy branches overhead. Storytime by firelight. As evening settled, everyone gathered around the crackling fireplace. Grandma opened her old storybook, its pages soft and loved from years of reading. She read tales of brave mice, magical forests, and giant cinnamon bears. The children cuddled close, letting her gentle voice wrap around them like a blanket. "This is the best day ever," Mia whispered. Grandma smiled. "It's the best day for me, too." A winter break surprise. Just as their parents were bundling up to head home, thick, fluffy snow began falling again. The wind howled softly outside the window. "It may not be safe to travel tonight," Mama said. Grandma nodded. "Stay here for the night. I have plenty of blankets." The children cheered, and that night they fell asleep near the fire under Grandma's warm quilts. But in the morning, something wonderful happened. Mia stretched and said, "Grandma, we don't want to leave yet." Teddy nodded eagerly. "Could we stay a little longer? Maybe the whole winter break?" Grandma's hands flew to her heart. The whole winter break? Oh my, that would be the greatest gift. Their parents agreed. Grandma deserved a winter full of laughter, and the children deserved a winter full of love. So they unpacked the bags, lined Boots by the door, kissed Grandma's cheek, and promised to visit often. A winter to remember. The weeks that followed were magical. They baked ginger cookies shaped like stars, knitted tiny scarves for stuffed animals, built snow forts taller than Teddy, and fed birds who came tapping for crumbs. Inside a cottage, Grandma taught them how to stir cocoa without spilling, how to fold napkins into tiny winter animals, and how to listen to the quiet stories the fire liked to tell. At night, they curled around the fireplace as Grandma read from her storybook until their eyes grew sleepy and soft. The cottage, once quiet, now glowed with joy, music, footsteps, and giggles. Grandma felt years younger. A home filled with love. When winter break finally ended, the children hugged Grandma tightly. "This was the best winter ever," Mia whispered. "We'll come back soon," Teddy promised. Baby Rosie snuggled into Grandma's neck and sighed happily. Grandma held them close. "And I'll keep the kettle warm and the fire cozy for whenever you return." From that winter on, the little stone cottage at the end of Willow Lane was never lonely again. It was a second home, filled with memories, warmth, and love that lasted through every season. If you liked this story, then please like and subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon for more heartwarming stories for kids.